All right guys, good morning. So it is time for breakfast. And as you can see here, I've got a cheese omelette with some mushrooms and an apple. And this is what one of Real Madrid's best players eats for breakfast every single day, Jude Bellingham. As always, let me give it a quick taste test to see what it's like. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Nice omelette there. And a lot of people think that the pros just eat one meal a day. That is just wrong. Jude Bellingham is eating up to 4 meals a day, and they're good quality meals. They're not fast food, it's not filled with processed sugar or wheat or gluten or all. Instead, he's eating nutrient-dense foods such as eggs, meat, fruit, dairy, vegetables, all those things to ensure he has high quality performance on the football pitch. This way of eating supports fascia and muscle health, which as you all know is super important for footballers. He's not just eating 4 meals a day for the gains. He's not trying to grow his biceps or get bigger shoulders. He's doing it purely for on-field performance. He does it so he's faster, stronger, fitter, and has more energy on game day. And a lot of footballers get it completely wrong. They think that they need all these supplements for good performance on the pitch. But the truth is, you just need better nutrition. You need to cut out the processed sugar, the processed wheat, and just all the processed foods in general, and just start eating more whole foods that are actually nutrient dense, as the ones that I mentioned before. If you start doing this, you don't need to waste loads of money on powders and supplements. You just need to eat more nutrient-dense foods on a day-to-day basis, and you'll start feeling much better on the football pitch. Let me eat this up because I need all the fuel I can get, because the next thing is what breaks most players. All right, breakfast is all digested, and now it's time to warm up, which is super important for Real Madrid training sessions. What I'm gonna do before I do any dynamic movements is get a lacrosse ball, put it under my calves, and start rolling out my fascial adhesions. You see, a lot of players get foam rolling wrong. They use a big foam roller, but the problem is that it doesn't get deep enough into the muscle and fascia. So that's exactly why we use a lacrosse ball, so it can actually get deep into the muscle and fascia. And when you start using this and doing it regularly, you'll notice you're much lighter on your feet, quicker and sharper on the football pitch. So I'm just scanning the whole calf here, and when I find a knot, like there, oh, that is tender, I'm gonna stay on it and release it. Yeah, that's good. This is gonna help me so much in the training session because the less knots you have in your fascia and muscles, the more elastic and fluid you are on the football pitch. All right, fascial adhesion rolling, all done. Now it's time to do some dynamic movements to get the blood flowing, get the fascia system moving, and just so I'm ready for an intense training session. So let's go. So a lot of people think that warm-ups are kind of just optional. The truth is, it's not. All the pro players, all the pro teams are warming up before their training sessions, because if you don't, then you're just gonna injure yourself because your body isn't actually ready for the intense session coming up. So that's why we're gonna spend about 5 to 10 minutes doing some dynamic movements like this, some twists, some arm swings, some open the gates. Of course, you gotta close the gate as well. This is just actually gonna get my body ready for the training session so I'm actually sharp on the football pitch and not sluggish and heavy. And to finish off, I'm just gonna do some hops as well to get the lymphatic system moving and the fascia feeling smooth. Right, I'm feeling all loose and fluid now, which is good. My fascia is ready, my muscles are ready, my joints are working, feeling good. Now it's time to head to the pitch and begin the training session. And I already got kind of an idea what the first drill is gonna be. I know it's pretty intense, so I better be focused and ready. Let's go, come on. All right, so we've arrived at the training ground, and every Xabi Alonso training session starts with rondos. And if you don't know what a rondo is, it's basically piggy in the middle. You can have a 3v1, 4v1, 4v2, 5v2, 5v1, 6v2, 6v3. It's basically keeping the ball away from the people in the middle. And you do not want to be in the middle because the truth is, it's humiliating. Rondos are honestly one of the most underrated ways to improve as a footballer. It literally improves everything. Your passing, your scanning, your positioning, your timing, your first touch, your communication, literally everything. So whenever you have a group of mates training, do some rondos because it will improve your football ability massively. And obviously, since I'm by myself, I can't do rondos right now. So that is why we're gonna do ball and wall work. So let me put my futsal shoes on and get into the training session. With ball and wall work,
It's super important that we're using different parts of our feet to control the ball. The inside, the sole, the outside of the foot, the laces, and of course, practicing with both feet. So when it comes to real games, you're super comfortable using both feet in any scenario. This is honestly one of the things that Xabi Alonso looks for in his players. The players that can't use both feet are the ones sitting on the bench. As you can see, it's super simple, but yet so effective. A lot of coaches and players out there think that they need to play slow and think about what they're gonna do in their next play. Not Xabi Alonso. He wants fast and direct play that actually attacks the opposition and creates scoring opportunities. He doesn't like players who are super slow in their decisions. Nice. Whew. That gets the heart pumping because you're literally training at a high intensity, which is ultimately what you want in your individual training sessions. But anyway, that was good. I feel ready, my touch is feeling good. Let's put my football boots on and head out onto the grass because the next drills are honestly gonna kill me. Let's go, come on. Right, we're here in our Sunday League changing room. Just gonna put my football boots on. But if you're enjoying the video already, then make sure to follow me on Instagram at Natural Footballers because I'm posting every single day there. There's lots of tutorials, value, and just some entertaining stuff on there. So make sure to head over to Instagram at Natural Footballers and give me a quick follow and then come back to this video. So if you didn't know already, Real Madrid's most underrated player, Valverde, was actually named the healthiest player in the team last season. And I did a bit of research and now I understand why. After every training session, he's spending an extra bit of time doing a few different running drills to improve his stamina and endurance. So before we get into any ball work, we're gonna do some shuttles, which I just do not look forward to, but it's what Valverde does, and that is why he's the healthiest player at Real Madrid. So the drill is pretty simple. Start on the byline here, run up to the 6-yard box, then back, and then all the way up to the 18-yard box, and then back. But the thing is, he doesn't do it just once, he does it 3 times. So, I mean, let's get into it and just get it out of the way. 3, 2, 1, go! Then we're gonna go back. Oh. Right, that was 1 set done out of 3 for the shuttles. It's pretty tough. I mean, doing this after a Real Madrid training session, so that just shows how athletic these footballers are. You know, playing twice a week, plus team training, plus individual work as well. You just gotta appreciate how strong and fit they are. But anyway, Valverde just takes a minute or 2 to rest in between the sets, so you can at least do the next shuttle at 100%. So I'm just gonna rest and then go again. Two shuttles done, 1 more to go. All right, last shuttle, let's go. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be. Wow, and do you believe that was tough, but good. Amazing for your stamina. Now I understand why Valverde is so energetic on the football pitch. Apart from actually playing football in like small-sided games, that is honestly the best way to improve your fitness and stamina as a footballer. You see, the big problem that so many young footballers do is that they go for long distance runs for like 3, 5, 10 kilometers. But the thing is, that's not actually making you more fit for football. The shuttle runs is because it's short distance at the start and then it's obviously long distance, which is obviously more tailored to a football game. So make sure to incorporate some shuttles into your training sessions and you'll notice your fitness will go up as a result. All right, so now after a bit of fitness work, it's time to get on the ball and do some fun stuff, which is dribbling and shooting. But first, I just want to chat about Real Madrid's great defenders like Rudiger and Hausen. I mean, a lot of footballers think they are obviously top defenders, super strong and 50-50 duels,
and obviously on the ball. And the big mistake that a lot of footballers make is that they think that they need to get in the gym and do lots of bicep curls and like shoulder stuff to get stronger on the pitch. But if you look at Dean Housen, he's the complete opposite of a super muscly guy. He's actually really skinny, but yet he's so strong on the ball. And the reason for that is because he's fascial driven. So if you want to get stronger as a defender and as a footballer overall, then you need to train your fascia. A simple exercise you can start with is toe retractions. This exercise regains full functionality of your feet and toes and will start building those fascial connections from your feet to your glutes, which is what all the pro footballers have. So yeah, as a defender and as a footballer in general, you need to be training your fascia. But I have to admit, as a defender, there's no like individual drills that you can really do that will improve your tackling and defending. So that's why, as a defender, you need to be playing regular 1v1s. Get your brother, get your dad, get your teammate, get your friends, and just let them attack you, and then you're obviously defending them and not letting them score. Because this is honestly the best way to improve your defending. And this is what all the world-class defenders did when they were growing up. All right, enough about defending. Let's get straight into the drill of what the best Real Madrid player does every single training session. Let's go. So as we all know, Kylian Mbappé is one of the best goal scorers in the world. And one of his signature shots is when he cuts inside and he either puts it near post or the far post. So what we're gonna do is get some cones and we're just gonna step out 1 meter from the post and put a cone down. So we know where to aim when we're shooting, because when you get it right in the corners, it's pretty much impossible for a goalkeeper to save. And we'll just do the other post as well. Step out 1 meter and place the cone down. Perfect. So I'm actually left-footed, but I'll use my right foot for this video since Kylian Mbappé is obviously right-footed. And of course, it's good to practice and train with my weaker foot. So the drill is pretty simple. We choose one of the corners and then we dribble, cut inside, and then shoot. Not bad, not bad. Into the corner, pretty hard for the keeper to save. Woo! Not a bad finish. Yes, beautiful finish. That is what we want. Strike. Some nice shots there, good finishes. Mbappé will be proud. So every day I get DMs and comments asking like, Harvey, how do I score more goals? I struggle to score goals in my game, what do I do? Well, the truth is, and what I've seen in Mbappe's attitude when he's on the pitch, is he's not actually focusing on scoring goals. He's actually just focusing on working hard for the team, and then the goals just come to him. Because the more you think about scoring goals and trying to force it, the chances of you actually scoring is less likely. So instead, go into every game with the mindset like, I'm gonna work 100% for the team and just do whatever I can to help our team win. That's what matters the most. That's exactly why footballers don't really care about individual awards, or in post-match interviews, they say, oh yeah, I scored 2 goals, but we drew 2-2. They don't really care about the goals. They just care about winning. And of course, you need goals to win. But if you focus too much on scoring goals, then you actually won't score goals. And this is the exact mindset that Mbappé has when it comes to games. All right, cool. So we practiced Mbappe's signature cut-in shot. Now it's time to do one more drill, which focuses more on speed, which, as we all know, Mbappé is one of the fastest players in the world. So as you can see, we're in line of the middle of the goal. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass the ball out, and then we're just gonna finish first time. Because Mbappé gets so many through balls from his teammates, so his timing and his speed needs to be quick and sharp, and obviously his finishing needs to be clinical. So that's what we're gonna practice here. Wow, that was a good shooting drill. Really enjoyed that. Feeling a lot sharper in my finishing and just overall timing and accuracy. And speed, of course, speed is great. But the thing is, speed is cool and all, but not if your body breaks down. So here's exactly how one of Real Madrid's legends, Carvajal, has been able to stay in the game for so long. All right, great training session. Absolutely amazing. I was sweating, my heart is pumping after those intense drills. But yeah, Xabi Alonso pushed me there. Again, it just shows how high level these footballers are. they're training so much every single week, and they're just pushing themselves to the limits every single session. And this just shows how incredible somebody like Carvajal is, who's been playing for many, many years, even back when Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, and now he's playing with the new stars such as Bellingham, Vinny Jr. and Mbappé. It just shows that discipline and consistency in the good habits will take you a long way. You see, a lot of footballers take action when something goes wrong, such as getting injured, being on the bench, getting dropped completely. However, somebody like Carvajal has just stayed consistent with the good habits, and this does include his diet, which is a pretty classic Spanish diet, which is meat, eggs, potato, fruit, olive oil. And this is why he's so strong in the pitch and can last 90 minutes every single game throughout the season. So this is why good diet is so important as a footballer. So if you're somebody who comes back from training or a game and eats a bunch of rubbish like McDonald's, KFC, pizza, all those kind of things, then you've got to really reconsider what you're doing, because that food is not fueling your body for optimal recovery and performance. Because yeah, it feels good in the moment, but you're going to feel more sluggish, slow and tired the next day. So somebody like Carvajal would definitely not recommend doing that. All right, so the whole training session is done. However, Real Madrid don't stop there. All right, so let me put my shoes back on and head back home, because there's still more stuff that we need to do. All right, it's time for a shower after that intense training session. And the thing that the Real Madrid staff tell their players to do is contrast baths or showers, which basically means start with cold, then hot, then cold, and then finally finish with a hot shower. So this will help reduce the inflammation, get the blood flowing, and just speed up the recovery process. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Make sure I take off my mic first. Don't want that to get... All right, first time for the cold shower.
Oh my god. Staying here for about 20 seconds.
Oh, now a warm shower, and then very soon we'll switch back to the cold shower. Oh my days. 3, 2, 1, and cold we go. We don't want to do cold showers for too long, because we do want to promote blood flow, because that will actually help the most with recovery. But as I was saying before, cold showers are perfect to reduce that unnecessary inflammation in the body and just help kind of speed up that recovery process. Right, I'm going to enjoy the shower and then continue with the recovery. All right, good shower, feeling refreshed now. But as you can see now, it is coming to the end of the day. It's dark outside, so that is why I'm going to put on my blue light blocking glasses. And basically what this does, because you see the artificial blue light from overhead lights, your phone screen, computer, TV, when that blue light gets into your eyes after sunset, then that disrupts your circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is like your internal clock. So when that is out of line, then your recovery, your sleep, and just your overall mood and energy will decrease. So wearing blue light blocking glasses after sunset will help align your circadian rhythm and not disrupt it. Because when the artificial blue light goes into your eyes, you're literally telling your brain that it is midday. And that is literally the last thing that you want when you're trying to get ready for bed. So that's why all the Real Madrid players wear these glasses to help with their recovery and sleep. All right, let me just shut the curtains. And yeah, just start winding down, because, you know, we've had a hard day of training and now it's just time to relax. We don't need to do anything crazy. We can just do to help with our recovery, such as bending down and touching our toes and keeping our legs straight, and you'll feel the stretch up your hamstrings. So do this for about a minute. You can go up and down to release that unconscious muscle tension in your hamstrings. Another simple stretch that you can do is like pigeon, like this. So you're leaning forward, bending. So you're creating an L with your front leg and an L with your back leg, and just leaning forward, and you will feel it in your hips and your glutes. Do this for about 30 seconds each leg. And then switch after you're done the 30 seconds. Oh, that's good. I can really feel it in the hips. And obviously I was doing lots of running today, so my hips, my glutes are going to be super tight.
So yeah, those were a couple stretches that you can do before you go to bed. But yeah, speaking about bed, it's time to head to sleep. The Real Madrid players get to bed super early and try get at least 8 hours of quality sleep. So it's about 9 o'clock now, and this is the time most of the players go to bed. So I guess that's my sign to get to sleep. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to watch me try the morning routine of the best striker in the world, then just click this video right here, because I literally tried Erling Haaland's morning routine, which involved waking up at 5 a.m. Click here to watch the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.